Hello Transformers fans, Adam here with a G1 reissue of the last of the Insecticons, Shrapnel. Let's get into it, starting with his box. On the front, graphics of Shrapnel in both of his modes during the siege of Autobot City. On the top, a transforming demonstration. On the one side, plastic-free packaging in 5 different languages. It is that important, you know. On the other side, pictures of Shrapnel in both of his modes. Same pictures on the back here, along with a mini bio for Shrapnel. Alright, set that back there and grab Shrapnel. He comes with his trusty blaster for when he needs to blast some Autobots, or some Decepticons. Because yes, the Insecticons were Decepticons, but they were a subgroup, and they would turn on Megatron in an instant if his desires did not match their own. Alright, let's put that blaster away and grab his other accessories, which are these Energon cubes. So when he gets hungry, because the Insecticons were always hungry, just open up his chest and give him a snack. There you go, buddy. Don't worry, I won't tell Megatron. Alright, let's put these accessories away and focus on Shrapnel himself. So, and check him out. Let's do a 360. And as usual with these 86 movie reissues, this is a much more accurate paint job for what he actually looked like on the show and in the movie, as opposed to his OG counterpart, from his arms, his legs, his chest with that Decepticon symbol right in the middle, his face with that menacing red visor. The only downside, at least for me, are his horns. I do wish they would have kept them chrome instead of this grayish silver. But on the upside, no stickers, all paint, which I am all for. But I do every now and then ask, where do you guys stand? Pro stickers or no stickers? Let me know in the comments. And his articulation is actually pretty good considering he's G1. His arms would have 360 action if his horns didn't get in the way. His legs can move forward and backward 90 degrees. And as you saw before, you can open and close his chest when you need to feed him. But definitely pretty decent overall compared to most G1s. And now my favorite part, let's go ahead and transform him. Start by pushing in his horns, cover up his head, bring down his feet, spin his waist around, push his legs up all the way, so 1 and 2, bring his arms down to his sides, and finally, flip out his bug legs. And there he is, in his alt mode, as a stag beetle, ready to munch on something. Because like I said, the Insecticons were always hungry, and they would eat literally anything, from the parts of Autobot City here, to organic things like crops, because somehow in Transformers World, where things don't always have to make sense, robots can process crops. Appearance-wise for his alt mode, it's not my favorite design, just because his arms, they are pretty obvious. Classic case of G1 badness. But on the upside, again, you can see with this reissue, it's a much more cartoon-accurate paint job. And for articulation, he has these little wheels on his underside, so you can roll him around a little. And you can open and close his horns a little bit. Not too much though, or you'll bring his head back out. Now, so I don't get yelled at in the comments, let's go ahead and see the whole team together. So, and there they are. Bombshell the Rhinoceros Beetle, Shrapnel the Stag Beetle, and Kickback the Grasshopper, ready to wreak havoc for the Autobots or the Decepticons, because again, it always depended on what their desires were at that particular moment. Alright, let's put his friends away and transform Shrapnel back. So, and to transform him back, start by flipping in his bug legs, bring out his arms, bring down his legs, spin his waist back around, flip out his feet, and finally, spread his horns to bring his head back out. And back to a bot. Now, again, so I don't get yelled at in the comments, let's go ahead and see the whole team together in bot mode. So, and there they are with their cartoon-accurate color schemes, and now my G1 Insecticon collection is complete, so this right here is the perfect place to end this video. Make sure to join me for my next one, and until then, good night Transformers fans.